Combustion.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Been running the game with my team making plays. Talking 80, my G, Swan and Jules in this place. Surrounded by dogs, keep the quarterback safe. I'm the one with the plans, they gon' do what I say. The game is not over, we don't celebrate in the end zone. We don't got no time in the wait. H-Town run down, we don't premeditate. We just go and get to it, we got them on skates. If the game going to overtime, kicking the overdrive, we gon' be first at the finish line. Play looking full, but I finish mine. Can I get second? We gon' line up like it's dinner time. We put in work till we get us a ring. Super Bowl season, we running the scene. H-Town the home of the realest that breathe. Keep your face down when you talk to the king. What up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the H-Town Rundown. This is your boy AD, and I got my co-host in the building. I got Jules, and I got Mike G, and Swan is on the way. How's everybody doing on this great Thursday evening?
We're doing well. We're doing well. How everybody else doing?
Oh, it's a great day. It's a great day, man. Training camp has started for the Houston Texans, and I'm excited, and I just can't hide it. You know, we got football back. I get to see actual football, Texan football. It is a beautiful time. It is football season is back. Actually, this is the last Thursday before, you know, we got football every Thursday after that. Every week after that, we got football. So this is the last week without football. Shout out J-Rock in the building. You got Alberto. You got Frank. What up, Frank? He said, I ain't heard from you in a while. Yeah, everything good, brother. Everything good.
Fuck.
Why y'all ain't let Mike finish his food? How silly, man. Hey, again, man, what are y'all thoughts? Y'all excited? Y'all ready to talk about this good old training camp and the shade that's been shading?
Yeah, man, I'm ready for some football, some real football, some action.
About that action, boss.
Hey, absolutely, man. The Houston Texans started again. We'll say Houston Texans started training camp on officially first day of training camp was Tuesday. They touched grass yesterday, and they had a second day today.
Well, limited media.
Yeah. No, everybody was there. Media was there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, every media was there. I think it is open to the public on Saturday.
Okay.
So I'll be there Saturday.
Yes.
Shout out, chill out. Shout out, K1 Stella. What up? But definitely, they ramping up. They getting stuff ready to go. But the Houston Texans, before training camp, put out a list of people that are on the physically unable to perform list, as well as the non-football injury list. And I'll list those names. I know by now everybody knows who they are, but you got the Nico Autry, defensive end, Derek Barnett, Trent Brown, Eli Cox, undrafted rookie center out of Memphis.
The starter, right?
You got Tank Dell, Foley Fatakasi, Kurt Heinisch, Casey Asai. Is it Asai? Acai? Okay. Oh, we doing Starbucks orders now? Okay. Damian Pierce and JJ Taylor and Jimmy Ward are all on the physically unable to perform list. And then you have the non-football injury list, which includes Elijah Huzzy, the cornerback that we signed in the offseason, as well as Joe Mixon. Y'all know had offseason surgery on that ankle. So you know,
hip tackle.
Since week 2 of the season last year, he's been dealing with that injury, and I think he had offseason surgery on it, so that's understandable. Which is why he's on the non-football injury list, because he had offseason surgery on it. So definitely that. What are y'all thoughts about the people on the list? And
well,
then I'll get mine.
I don't really mind the people on the list. I mean, Autry, Burnett, they're gonna be good when they come in. You ain't got to rush them out. I think our defense is good enough where they can take the whole off-season training camp, all that, and be ready for. They can be ready for the first game of the season. That's great. We're not really missing much of them. Trent Brown to me was always going to be depth or a rotational player. If something breaks, and all three of your tackles are not available, Trent Brown was your guy, the guy for right tackle. Because he sure can't play left tackle. I mean, Y'all got faith in Trip Brown, but I don't have no faith in Trip Brown at all.
Mm-mm.
We know Tank Dell ain't gonna really be. He may not come to the end of the season, if not all into next year. Fazakazi, he had surgery with his shoulder, so there's no point in rushing him back. The two names not on the list that had me wondering at all, and one's good and one's bad. One is Christian Harris, that he's not on the list, but he's in street clothes, and Nick Chubb, who's not on the list. That means he's full participation. So I'm actually excited that he's not even he's playing, he's practicing. So I want to see what he really got going forward. So that's kind of those two names. I just have more questions and intrigue about anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
What you got, Mike?
Yeah, like you said, not really concerned about those veteran defensive linemen that have
Yeah.
been, they know the system. They'll be fine. Pierce, we know the situation with Jimmy Ward.
You not worried about Pierce?
No.
I'm trying to trade Pierce.
He's buried on the depth chart anyway.
Right.
But like you said, Jules, it's Christian Harris. What's the situation there? If he's not able to perform, just put it out there, because people have more questions now. So,
Right. Because we talk about the off air, and it's the whole mystery of Christian Harris starting this time last year, coming back. He's on the IR for 8 weeks, then it was 10 weeks, then it was 15, then he came back on the last 3 weeks. Then he didn't I think he didn't really show up in the playoff game. So then you give another whole off season for whatever health rehab you're trying to do, and you come back, didn't see him all mini training camps, and you come back in his first 2 days, he's in street clothes. I mean, it has to be something. Is this the Houston Astros medical staff we're working with right now? Well, what's going on with Christian Harris?
I think they're being precautious with Christian Harris. Me personally, this is my determining factor. If he's not going to be out there tomorrow for day 3 of camp and not going to be out there Saturday, then I would just say, why don't just have him on PUP?
Right.
And, regardless, let him rest, whether he's on PUP or not. To me, as long as he's available for the preseason games and the season, I don't think it's a concern if he's on PUP today or not. For people that don't know, if you're on the PUP list during training camp, you can be taken off at any time. There's no ramp up period. There's no waiting period. There's no, timetable that you have to be on PUP. You can be on PUP one day and be off the next. So,
what is his injury? That's what I don't care about nothing else.
Lower leg.
What is his injury?
Lower leg injury.
What is the medical term for his original injury? And where's the timetable for him to come back?
Medically speaking, it's called crashing out.
And, technically, it was a calf injury. I personally believe it was an Achilles injury, and he came back and played on it. Looked okay.
He looked okay,
and but he only played one game. And he got limited snaps, I think maybe like 5 or 6 snaps the other 2 games of the regular season. I don't think he played at all in the playoffs. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong.
Maybe 1-2 plays in the first round, and he didn't play no game, no snaps in the Kansas City loss.
Right. So, I mean, like I said, I made a joke, earlier in the group chat. I was like, Christian Harris, that's the biggest storyline of the offseason for the Houston Texans is Christian Harris' injury. I honestly think, me personally, I think I said it offline here with the fellas that I think Christian Harris is just an added bonus. I think that the linebacker, he didn't play all last year, and I don't think we missed him. We missed Aziz more than we missed Christian Harris last year. I know in the playoffs, everybody want to say, well, if we had Christian Harris or Jalen Petrie, we may have been able to handle Travis Kelce again in that playoff game, and this and that. I'm like,
yeah.
Objection. You had a functional offense, you'd have beat the Kansas City Chiefs. It wasn't because of Kelson. It wasn't because Christian Harris and Jalen Pitts was hurt and Jimmy Ward was hurt. It wasn't about him. It's the fact that offense couldn't score points and we couldn't be functional.
No, we scored points. We scored 20 plus points, right?
I mean, two things can be true at the same time.
That yeah, Mike. I mean, you're right, but we ain't scored enough points because we couldn't keep the ball though.
Like Frank said, I hate when they don't tell us what is injured. I mean,
Mhm.
that's Nick Casario bringing in the Patriot way. Again, I'm not tripping. I'm
Yeah,
not tripping again. This all of these injuries and everything or whatever. It's still July, people. I
right,
mean, the season don't start to September 7th.
right,
So you got plenty of time for people to recover and everything. I will say on the list that Damian Pierce, I'm not concerned about it, but I think Damian Pierce half is only halfway. What up? What up? What up, Septimo? We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that. I will say this: Damian Pierce injury is a concern for him because he's missing out on valuable reps, and you have people like Nick Chubb, Woody Marks, Dare Ogunbowale, guys that are getting significant carries, you know, that will probably, if I'm being real, I don't see Damian Pierce playing the first preseason game unless something miraculous happens and he comes off a pup this weekend. If he's on pup next week, he's not playing in the preseason game.
I hope he plays every game so we can trade him.
Well, I don't even, my thing is it's not even about trading him. Damian Pierce, like, it's not unrealistic that a 4th-round pick that hasn't, done much except 1 year get cut. I mean, that's not
Oh,
uncommon. That's not
he
uncommon.
but he got an award though. He got an award though. Rookie year, he got an award.
That's what I say. That's what I say. I'm here in spirit.
He got an award for a great performance. The Angry Run Award.
Let me say this.
He did get that.
He did get it. That's his whole claim to fame in some Texas fans' reality. That he great. He's Earl Campbell.
A lot of times I feel like, and this happens, I think, with most fan bases, when they fall in love with certain players, a lot of the fan bases have FOMO, fear of missing out, and they feel like, okay, if we trade Damian Pierce, and he's successful, we missed out on Damian Pierce being successful with the Texans. And
Green.
yeah, I mean, me personally, I don't have a fear of missing. I don't think anybody has a fear of missing out with Kenyon Green. But if Kenyon Green is successful, I'm going to be excited because I'm rooting for Kenyon Green, the person.
Right.
But the player. But again, if Damian Pierce is successful, good job, Damian Pierce, and good for you.
Right.
I'm gonna say this as well. If they were confident in Damian Pierce, we wouldn't have signed Nick Chubb.
Right.
So the writing was on the wall for Damian Pierce. You sign Nick Chubb and you draft Woody Marks.
Right.
And traded for Joe Mixon. I mean,
yeah.
If he could have adapted to the scheme.
Then you re-sign Dare.
Yeah.
And Dare got a nice little paycheck too.
Yeah. So I mean, I feel bad for Pierce. I don't feel bad, but I feel bad for Pierce. Because I'm like, you missing out on opportunities to kind of show your worth. Like, it's a new scheme, new system, new offense. And you gotta perform. You gotta show that you have the ability to do something because he missed OTAs. He missed, mini camp. He missed all of that. So you can't just sit up here and pop in and think you're gonna come in and run something. J Rock say Dare had got that check. The team will say who was offensive rookie of the year his rookie year. It was a wide receiver, wasn't it? I think it was a wide receiver.
It so wasn't Damian Pierce.
But other than that, man, y'all got any other comments on any other players that's on their list?
Not really. Like I said, I don't really think that some of these players are needed in the
There
preseason
was.
and in training preseason games. The ones that only have concerns that you really worry about is the veteran D ends and D tackles. But they guys are pros. They'll be ready when the bells call. They're not missing snaps. Not really hurting them. Artre, he's up in age anyway, so the more rest he gets, the less snaps he gets, he can perform and be here for the rest of the whole season. So none of these guys are really important or have to have snaps now or in the preseason game. I'm not really worried about anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And Jamie Ward still has to figure out his criminal situation. I mean, I'm sorry, his civil situation. My fault.
Hey,
He's innocent until proven guilty.
I mean, we can follow the Cincinnati Bengals and Oakland Raiders situation to avoid his contract because he got arrested.
Or not even sign him at all.
Yeah. Who's gonna win angry runs if Pierce is gone now?
We want to win a Super
Big
Bowl.
Chuck.
We want to win playoff games. You know what I'm saying? We're not worried about no angry run award. You know what I'm saying? So this last tangent, I'm probably going to this subject. Everyone who's won an angry run award don't do nothing. Don't win no real games, no real situation. It's just a folklore, just a fun joke award. It don't mean nothing. But Texas fans be hold on to that like it's like, oh my God, he did something.
Look, they already getting on you talking about a criminal. Calling him a criminal before trial.
He ain't
Hey.
got y'all feelings.
Half y'all talking about they want Jimmy Ward off the team anyway.
Oh, there's about 4 or 5 people I've been checking out this team for a minute, and he's one of them.
So, along with Damian Pierce, I look at players like J.J. Taylor. I think he gets cut.
Yeah, he wasting this opportunity.
Eli Cox, I think he misses opportunity. He's gonna be practice squad at the very most.
I thought he was supposed to be a starter. When they signed him, there was some Texas fans that just thought, "Oh my God, we got the next starter."
All I said was there's a bench. Brother, if Damian Pierce get us a 5th round pick,
that's a win.
Hey, no, that ain't a win. We robbing somebody. We done broke into somebody's house and we done smashed their wife.
Cowboys.
We done took all their jewelry and all their cash and everything.
No,
and
I know who.
The ultimate heist. If we get a 5th round pick for Damian Pierce, how you get a 5th round pick for Damian Pierce?
You know who?
The Cowboys?
No.
Who?
Cleveland.
Oh.
I mean, they are missing a running back.
Right. Yeah. He's not a criminal, but
they would
take advantage of them.
I know they wish they would have put that Cincinnati Bengals clause in his contract. Jimmy Fine as a depth piece. I mean, yeah. I mean, we got a lot of depth though in that position.
That's a good thing though.
Arizona. Okay.
Okay, so he'll be depth at the nickelback, right? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, Miami needs DBs.
All right, we good to the
Jimmy.
Miami.
Jimmy is that player because you got to look at the safety position. Who are your safeties behind Kalen Bullock and CJ Gardner-Johnson? Who technically who are we gonna sit up here and go MJ Stewart again?
No, we got Jalen Petrie.
Jalen Petry's playing nickel though. So you gonna move Jalen? So when you move Jalen out the nickel, who gonna play the nickel?
Hey man, we'll see what happens.
We got a bunch of nickels.
Yeah, we need some dimes. So we
need a dime.
Jalen Reed. You know what I
mean?
Big behind.
We got all the Jalens.
Yeah.
I mean, we got every Jalen you can think of and spelled it every kind of way you can spell it too. But yeah, definitely, man. Another point last one I want to talk about is Trent Brown, because Jules, kind of gave the Heisman to Trent Brown, but Trent Brown I think is a valuable piece, veteran piece on your offense.
Thank you, Mike.
You can make that face.
Thank you, Mike.
Let's look at the history here.
Thank you, Mike.
Has he done pretty well in New England his whole career? Yes. How has he done outside of New England?
Ain't we Patriots South? All right then. Wasn't Kaylee on the staff when Trent Brown was in New England?
one of those times, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, look, Nick Caley already
I don't
has
see Jalen
some
playing.
hellified praise about the energy and the juice that he's bringing to the offense. So maybe there's a chance, but I'm not too high on it.
I'm of the thought that I think that if you're talking about right now, if you want to put him out there, do you think Blake Fisher or Ursery as a pure, like, he's experienced from his vast experience and his playing his natural position as a right tackle, because you got to look at the other places he went, they asked him to play left tackle. Him as a right tackle, is he better than Ariante Ursery or Blake Fisher?
I don't think so, but we haven't seen it.
At his age, at his weight, and his history of injuries, you don't know what Trent Brown is. Trent Brown is not a light dude. He's 375. Coming off
I like going
what injury did he have last year?
It was a patella. It was the same one Josh Simmons had.
You kind of put that weight on an old body? Come on, guys.
Jules,
He's
how old do you think? How old do you think Trent Brown is?
Trent Brown is 33?
I
Trent
thought it was
Brown,
like 30, maybe 31.
Trent Brown ain't no 33, Jules.
What, 32?
Hold on,
Go look it up.
Trent Brown, yeah, he 32. Just
Thank
like
you. This in football age, in football years, and that weight and that size with that inch. Come on, guys. Let's not just because the O line is so bad. We just want anybody out there.
I want
That
the
way,
best. I
he
want.
ain't the best. You ain't
We
know what he
don't know.
is.
Hold on. Do you know what Blake Fisher is?
I know he's back.
Do
I
you,
know. I can see
do
him on the
you
field
know?
right
Do
now.
you know what Ariante Ursery is?
He's a better chance now than what Trent Brown would ever be right now.
He
He can't move.
You want to say you acting like he's 6'6",
He's 6'8".
6'8", what?
He's 6'8",
330?
375.
He ain't no 375, Jules. That man is not no 375. Come
Okay.
on now.
He's been big his whole
He been
goddamn
big.
life.
He ain't been no damn 375, Jules.
Look, go see what he had. He been eating because he can't work out because his knee fucked up. Right, and we asking this player who has
Yeah, I think he
significant
about 350, 360.
at 32 years old. Then he can move like he's supposed to. And guess what? Guess what? The best pass rushers play on that right side. Speed.
They play everywhere. They move them around, Jules.
Oh, now
Free
they play
agent.
everywhere. Not to your argument. Now you want to play everywhere.
But
Man, get out of here, bro.
okay, if your left tackle is weak, they put him on the opposite
If
side.
y'all want Trent Brown to
Hold on,
get
I'm
out
gonna
there,
say this. We saw this against the Detroit Lions. The Texans moved Will Anderson around, and then they even had Will Anderson and Daniil Hunter on the left side of the offensive line because the Lions' best tackle is a right tackle.
but you got two monsters. It don't matter which one, they both gonna eat.
But did you hear what I just said?
I heard you said.
I said they
It
overloaded
don't matter
to the left.
It don't
They
matter.
overloaded to the left to avoid Penei Sewell, who's a right
Man,
tackle.
listen, I don't have no trust in Trent Brown for the last 3 or 4 years.
One say he can move better than you.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to say something real outlandish.
He didn't say that. I just added that in there.
Well, Trent is listed at 380. So
It's ESPN.
Man, have you even when his heyday, when he went to the Raiders, he was huge with Raiders because everybody like, oh my god, he was so talented,
Dude,
but he
this
couldn't
man is
move for a left tackle.
6'8". But let me
Who can't move?
hold on. Since we're talking about offensive line, what up, XO?
What up, my guys? What up, my guys? What up, my guys?
Perfect segue into talking about offensive line. Because we're gonna talk about the offensive line, which is the next topic as well. But what's going on, XO? How you doing, brother?
Doing good. Just busy as hell. But glad Texans football is back. Texans football is back.
Brother, I'm excited as well. We talking about the pup list, and we was talking about Trent Brown. And I said I'm interested to see Trent Brown, and I say it's a possibility that Trent Brown can be your starting right tackle. But Jules is adamant Trent Brown is the worst tackle ever in life, and that we shouldn't even sign Trent Brown, and we should have let him die in the pasture because he's 32 years old, and that means you like the oldest lineman in the league.
Coming off a serious injury at his age and weight.
See, you're not wrong in your assertions, but you also gotta give like credit when credit is due. Like he's a decent old lineman that survived over a decade in the league. I don't know how much he got left in the tank. 32 years old, coming off of Liz Franks. It's gonna be interesting to see. Personally, to me, I
He's
don't know. I don't know if he starts. I don't know if he even makes the team. That's just personally to me. But he has every opportunity to make the team because you just got a bunch of young guys in front of you and journeymen. So if you want to get a check as an NFL lineman, I feel like he can make it. But as Trent Brown, you walking up, you got a second year guy in Blake Fisher, a first year guy Ariante Ursery, and your biggest competition right now is Cam Robinson. So that's why a lot of folks seem like, hey, if you can just walk at this point,
Right.
you can make this goddamn
hey
O line grow.
hey shout out T Real for the super chat. Say
Shout
I'm
out to
showing
real.
love since them Cougs in the building.
Hey,
Y'all
shout out to my Cougs, my boy. Locked
y'all
in a
know
long way, baby.
y'all
Listen,
know T Real
I
is
would
Tony Snow on X. So
if it's spot duties for a play or two, maybe a game, but for 17 games, you asking for trouble.
I don't know if he's like asking for trouble, but yeah, you asking for trouble. You kind of concerning, like this. I don't
Come,
like Cam
come.
Robinson, a young guy, and then a swing tackle veteran. That's what we're going at this year, and so like yes, the alarms can start ringing, but this is big on like AD was saying earlier. Patriots South is giving a lot of Patriots energy, a lot of hey, we ain't got a lot of well-known guys, but we got a lot of guys that can pick up the lunch pail and
Right.
like, fight, and a
So
lot of guys that's like, hey, you might not see his name on the back of the football card, baseball card bullshit, but hey, he's gonna block for 60 plays.
so let me ask you a question. If Will Anderson and Deion Hunter, if Trent Brown was on a different team, and your scouting report that says, "Oh, you got Trent Brown come out there," you are they are going to be hungry. They say they're gonna get about 4 or 5 sacks. This man can't keep up with us. We can
It
do those
depends.
moves on him.
It
We go
depends on what he rolling out. Like the only thing if it's just Trent Brown as like a free agent, I would be feeling a lot different than what Trent Brown coming off a Liz Frank injury. I'll preface that by saying that, like, hey, this is a difference between a veteran guy that couldn't make a team because of cap concerns versus, hey, this guy coming off injury and his people are just hesitant to pick this big ass boy up. So it's more so on that portion of like, all right, the biggest concern is coming off the knee injury. What is a 6'8", 350, 360 guy gonna look like? Especially coming off a year as we the number two seed in the AFC, and coming off a year where we did have one of the more mediocre O lines rolling out there, or even one of the worst O lines out there, top five in passing protection or whatever the shit, bottom five in passing protection, shit like that. So it's more so of like, all right, is he going to roll out there and be a sensible, safe tackle? If he's that, he's making the team, and he might push some of the big guys. If he's not a guy that can put weight on that foot, is not guy that can be more nimble. Even though a 6'8", 250 is not, or 350 is not nimble, they just know how to use their size. Because what, I'm 6'8", 350.
right.
I'm a lot of man you gotta get by. And that's the other thing. Like I'm a lot of dude you gotta get by. It's not gonna be easy. So the big thing is like, all right, what is that bad boy gonna roll out as? And then this whole O line is just, it's not, I don't want to say no names, but it's just a I don't want to say a bunch of guys either, but it's just a bunch of guys that got to prove themselves.
It's a lot of Jags on there.
There's just a lot of
Mm-hmm.
Jags
Right.
on this bitch.
I mean, it's not like Bengals drafted or got a good tackle to replace him. They just say, well, he hurts. We didn't want to take him back. And Bengals offensive line is as bad as our offensive line is, but they didn't want to take him back.
And the reason the Bengals didn't want to take him back too is what they're facing right now is they don't got no money to pay him. They got a lot of money to pay
Hey,
anybody.
talking about speaking about money, they can't even pay doggone Hendrickson.
Henderson, the leading sack leader last year and the year before. Yeah, that's great.
Hey, then you don't want to pay your rookie. Well, you don't want to guarantee your rookie.
He
So
almost
Bengals,
contemplating going back home, going back to the whatever Bryan College Station is.
I mean, he been there. And that ain't home. Home is Miami, Florida. If people don't know, Shamar from Miami, Florida.
Oh yeah, Florida
Trent
boy.
Brown got paid 1.5 million dollars.
Bengals got that first round of Mills.
Oh
Hope
yeah,
y'all, yeah, they did. Hope y'all did. Shout out Bab. What up, Bab? He said them Bengals broke. Them Bengals broke. I don't even want to go down there route with Shamar Stewart because that, I think we are seeing the rumblings of what the Bengals are trying to do with what just happened with Christian Wilkins. So the Bengals are I'm not the Bengals, the Raiders are trying to basically get all their guaranteed money back from Christian Wilkins. And now you have a president now you see the president that was set that if anybody breaks what was it detrimental to the team, conduct detrimental to the team, now they're going to try to remove all guarantees. So if the Raiders made a mistake and signed Christian Wilkins, who he really didn't want to play for the Raiders. He signed it because they paid him the most money. Conduct, thank you, brother,
A
thank you.
110.
Mm-hmm.
Signed for $110 million, contract, and realized that that was a mistake. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to cut you, and you got your guarantees year one. I want my other guarantees back.
Right.
So again,
A new coach, a new GM.
right, and this is all because Christian Wilkins doesn't want to have surgery on his foot, whereas the Raiders want him to have surgery on his foot. Now his contract conduct detrimental to the team. So let's take all his guaranteed money away.
Right.
And cut him. So again, Shamar Stewart, brother, you sign that contract, you get hurt with the Bengals, and again, you have a second opinion on your injury. You don't want to do the things that the Bengals want you to do, and they're going to take all your money away.
Yeah.
So,
sounds like business to me, big dog. I'm not gonna lie to you,
Well,
dog.
from the
Sound like
Raiders,
good business to me.
from the Raiders situation is if he have surgery and they lose a year, they can come in off season and they can just keep some money. So they're not looking to keep him long term. But if he doesn't have surgery, has rehab, he could continue to keep going and going, and then they can't cut him next year. So they said, well, we're going to cut you down. Just call it a day. They this it. He was not going to be their long term plan.
Yeah, that's true. So it's more so the fact that he didn't agree with the decision that the team made. So the team said, "Hey, we are electing that you have another surgery." He was like, "Nah, I'm just going to rehab this bad boy out."
Mm-hmm.
They were going back and forth on it. He put his foot down. Hilarious.
pun intended.
and, they was like, you know what? I'm just not going to deal with you because your contract is not even that long of a contract. We're talking to our legal team and saying, hey, if we get out before this date or about this time, we only we can actually don't even owe him no money. We can void the contract because he's not abiding to the rules and guidelines and procedures based by the team. And so you know what? We can void that bad boy and save and recoup 35 million he was supposed to pay out over the next like year or two. That's why he's filing grievance because hey, you the non-guaranteed money is the non-guaranteed money, but I signed a guaranteed contract. I had 2 years left. You owe me my 35 mil. And so
Right.
that's what they're about to fight over the next couple months. Is like, hey, are you gonna give me my 35 mil or not?
Right.
So
Not only he gonna fight the
the
players,
NFLPA. Yeah.
they're gonna fight and they're gonna win because they're not gonna let that slide because if they do that, owners are going to go crazy.
Oh,
Right.
everybody that they want to go gone, you gone.
Right. So they fought.
Technically, I think they are gonna like settle on the case because it does do a slippery slope. And mind you, this is where the slippery slope comes in, is when players and teams, medical teams, let players play through injury and not play through injury, and them doing the whole second opinion, third opinion thing. That's when the whole, hey, my players are not going to play anymore. My agents or my clients not going to play anymore due to the presidents you are saying on playing through injury or whatever that language may be. Because that's a slippery slope down there if they trying to recoup money based on second opinions, third opinion situation.
Right.
Yeah. Hold on.
But see, this is why Nick
Mayor
Casario,
violating his civil laws.
right? This is why Nick Casario, when he made that contract for Jaden Higgins, threw everybody off this guaranteed money.
Yeah, I mean, hey, Nick
Walt,
Casario is the trendsetter. I've said it before. When we talk about it, way back when Nick Casario set the trend on the Nick Casario specials, which a lot of people around the league are following, which is like those 2-year, 3-year contracts, those short-term contracts. You get the first year, 2 years guaranteed, third year's team option, non-guaranteed, where you have an easy out. And he set the precedent and the trend for those type of contracts around the league. And he started that when we started the rebuild process.
yep,
Then backdoor, he set another precedent.
pause.
Come on. Then he set another precedent and set the trend by guaranteeing Jaden Higgins first, rookie contract as a second round pick, which has never been done before.
Correct.
And even, was such a serious situation that a lot of teams, the other 31 or 30 teams, because Cleveland did the same thing,
Mhm.
the other 30 teams were nervous about having their second round pick show up to count because of it. And yeah, Nick Casario made the was Wall Street Journal. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so I mean, I like it because Nick Casario sets the trend. What are y'all thoughts, real quick, on it? Because since we got Exo here, we need to go ahead and talk about the most polarizing topic in Texans sports. I feel like this is the most talked about thing in Texans
Yeah.
history.
So just make a quick point about this. We talked about it last week. We talked about it a couple weeks ago. It's just the fact that once he signed that deal, then everybody's pressure, but everybody got signed. All the second round picks are in camp now. It just it just prolonged the situation going further. And they got some players paid earlier and they're more settled in their in their life and their finances. So it's $11 million. Now, let's go. I mean, it's not that kind of money, y'all.
What you got, Mike?
Yeah, I mean, we highlighted it quite a bit the last few weeks, but I don't think it's a negative thing. The players getting honestly just a little bit higher of a percentage of the guaranteed money
There you go.
in their pocket.
I
So
th- I think the last year's second round pick was 92%.
yeah,
He said, "Man, forget it. Let's go 100 call it day." And I don't want to haggle over this and it's called that.
yeah, a lot of teams wanted to keep that going, but
Of course.
finally past that point. So
Mhm.
Look, I wanted the narrative to stick because going back, if Ariante Ursary did not sign that contract and missed any days of camp, wrap it up. Wrap it up. Ursary ain't gonna be a starter, people. But you got the bandwagon of people talking about it now. But my bad, Exo, did you have any comment on it? If not, we can move on to it.
Oh yeah, we can move on. Yeah, I have no comment. It's not my money. It's 31 billionaires mad they got to pay extra meal.
So I agree. But going into it, people went crazy when Cody Stoops tweeted out the first starting offensive line of the first day of camp, which included Cam Robinson at left tackle,
Let it known. My
Lakin
bad.
Tomlinson at left guard,
Mm,
Jared Patterson at center.
fuck them.
You had Titus Howard at right guard,
Mm,
and you had the almighty, the great, 6'8", 350 some pound Ariana.
Golden Gopher.
It's kind of crazy that his size and weight is similar to Trent Brown, but
He's 21 years old.
he ain't 21. He's
He's
30.
22 years old.
He
What are we
30.
talking about? Don't, bro. Don't see. Don't do that. What are we talking about?
Hold
I
on.
don't. I don't want Ursula to play. I want him to be play next year. I want
You
him
want
to
him?
learn this year.
You want him to sit the whole year?
Yeah, because
I just,
he still stands up too fast for me.
He's 6'7". All of anybody over 6'5" will stand up. I would let you know right now. Anybody over 6'5" that play online is going to stand up.
I
Their
I,
body's not ready to be that low.
I get it. I think his technique still needs some work.
So that's the thing you could say. So that's why I'm kind of glad they did get Trent Brown. So because Trent Brown was kind of one of the better, bigger tackles that were in the league over the course of like the last decade. So hopefully he can give Ariante some points and tricks to be
Right.
a longer tackle because even long tackles they're in the league, but there's not a lot of household names. The guys usually kind of range from like maybe a 6'6" or 6'5" to uh, 6'4", but the league is now allowing for linemen to be even bigger and bigger as colleges get bigger and bigger athletes and stuff like that. So
So
that's
basically,
how you have. Go ahead.
he's Case Keenum for CJ Stroud. I got it. Good
Not at
job.
all. Not at all. But okay.
He's Case Keenum. No, I'm saying it's fine. He's a coach. He's a player
Nah.
coach.
I hope he could turn into that. Just be like a player's coach. I
Yeah,
don't
that's
hope. I don't hope we. But if we, it's the it's the
don't
NFL. So one of these
don't
tackles
talk
will go
yourself
down.
into it, XO.
It's not
Don't
talking
talk.
myself. It's being logical. One of these fat fucks is going to be hurt by sometime this year. 17 niggas. Well, let me not. Let me watch my mouth. We have 17 games.
Right.
Two guys is not about to play 17 games at 6'6", 350.
No problem.
I don't think when the last time Cam Robinson played a full season.
I
When
have
the last
no problem,
fucking
sir.
hell fucking old boy
yeah, Robinson
Blake.
played a full season a couple years ago. He
Yeah,
just last year he
you
was
heard
hurt last year.
you heard what you said a couple years ago. So it's like it's a rarity. It's a rarity that like guys play full seasons. They might get nicked up
Hey,
a
yeah,
game,
you
nicked up a series.
Hey, XO, I have everything you saying. I have
frozen
no
blind,
problem.
Mike.
My problem was when they were saying that he's gonna be a full time starter. He was the starter of his team. That's my issue.
By when?
They want him to start now.
Week one starter?
Yes,
Week one starter. That
that's
means
that's
let's let's
crazy.
let's let's paint the picture. Week one starter. That means Blake Fisher didn't win out the job
And
from
Ursula
either
didn't have to
Cam
do
from either Cam what the fuck is now Cam Robinson
Cam Robinson,
or
Ursary.
Ursery. That also means Trent Brown didn't come back well enough either to help in that competition. And so that also means that you damn sure don't believe in Jalen Thompson, and you damn sure don't believe in Austin Davis like we all do. No, they don't believe it.
Right.
So that also means that at a certain point in time in pre-camp, this is just like my like little front office hat on. But I mean, sometime during camp, we will have another O lineman
Mm-hmm.
acquisition. If
Right.
we get another O lineman acquisition by mid-camp, just know one of the guys they don't believe in anymore, guys. I want you. That's how you can read the tea leaves.
I
That's
hear
what we
you.
call reading the tea leaves.
That makes sense.
So that also means in the interior, that means a lot of battles are being lost, and in the exterior, there's a lot of battles being lost. Let's talk about the other scenarios, because there's let's read off that starting 1 line for the first unit
Oh
for
my
the
god.
first period, because I heard there was 15 other units, but everybody's worried about this
Oh
one on day two
god.
that was different. From day one, we pencil in motherfuckers' names.
Yeah.
Man,
Well, now
they
one guy was made an all pro list. Now one guy is regarded as one of the better linemen, but hey, we got penciled in names, guys. My bad. I'm sorry.
You know what I'm saying? Only one person played the entire one spot, and that's Lincoln Thompson. He played left guard every lineup he played in.
And he asked. And
And
Cam Robertson played left tackle everywhere you go, and he was mid. So it's just like, what are we doing? What
so
are we
then
doing here?
look, then
So go
you
ahead,
come
go.
today. You come in today in the starting lineup
Is
is you
Ursary
have Ursery at left tackle. Lincoln Tomlinson at left guard.
In pen. You can
Jay
pin him in
Jay
right now.
Andrews at center. Titus Howard at right guard. And then you have Blake Fisher at right tackle. That was today.
Right.
First team reps today.
Those first team reps today we
In
had
shorts and shells, right?
Robinson.
Hey,
Robinson.
In
I
Hey,
shorts
was
and shells, right?
told I was told you have to be present to see
See,
if the offensive linemen, what if they are good or not, or if they're
see,
doing what they're supposed to do in shorts and t-shirts. You have to be there to see it.
hey man, we
You
don't gotta
can't
go
judge.
there.
You can judge them in shorts and t-shirts.
We don't
You
gotta
just
go
have to
there, AD.
be there in person. Is
Is
what I
this
you're
was
not gonna
told.
see nothing until
But
practice
then
game.
D'Amico Ryans told us you can't judge anything in shorts and t-shirts until the pass come on when it comes to offensive linemen. But I was told that's false. D'Amico don't know what he's talking about
Yeah,
because
he
you
don't.
gotta be there to see it.
it's
That's what I
crazy?
was told.
I
That's
mean,
craziness.
Oh, Mike freezing. You get your freezing, Mike.
Oh no, you freeze him.
yeah,
Hold on. There you go. There we
I
go.
was
Back in the
good for so
car.
long. No, I mean,
Dope man,
I,
dope
I
man.
took a couple of quotes. Like, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. Miko said, you got to have the pads on to have a true evaluation, which obviously. But he said, Kaylee's really helping with the hand placement, the footwork, the communication. So that's all part of the process. But at the end of the day, you got to have the pads on. So,
You play football in pads. You can play
oh, wait,
seven
you do?
seven in shells.
Yeah, look, I'm gonna tell you this. XO can attest to it. Hand play, knowing where to place your hands is all fine and dandy, but the actual reps of hand placement doesn't really take effect until you have pads on.
Unless
Then
you're
you
playing
can
Will Anderson
actually,
at 200 miles per hour every snap.
yeah. So again, I go back to the fact, like I know Jules said it. I'm gonna echo that point of honestly, I'm championing, if I'm saying it right,
Mm-hmm.
championing.
Important.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm championing Ursery not playing this year. And
Out your
again,
mom. Out your mom. I need.
again,
I
I
agree.
need that. I need
let
that
me say
goddamn
this.
golden gopher. I need that goddamn golden gopher
You
to
need him
be
to
Why?
start. You
made.
need him to start week one.
Not week one. I need to play this year.
Hold
I
on.
need him to
So
play
let
this year.
me say this, XO. He doesn't play for 15 weeks.
You out your fucking mom.
And then
You out your
you slide
fucking
him
mom.
in week 16.
Nah.
And then you say,
Nah.
"Oh, we're going to the Super Bowl with
Nah.
Ursery, not Ursery, just start playing in 16
I'm
weeks."
not about to Michael Penis this boy. I'm not about to
Hey,
play him the last 2 weeks of the season and be like, oh no, maybe he could be good. No. Throw that boy in there by week six.
Eight.
Let me pull up this fucking schedule.
I'm a proponent of whatever your starting offensive line is needs to be your offensive line the whole season.
No.
barring injury.
And I'm a proponent. Only way it changes
Fuck that.
is if people get injured or
Which is
somebody
going to
get.
happen probably.
Nah, bro.
Just
That's negligence at that point in time. If somebody
But
not good,
you telling me you don't know what you have from what we've heard. Everybody's been present the whole off season,
we got
the whole mini
Rams.
camp. You had all of that. Now you about to go into preseason training camp. You telling me that you don't know what you have on your offensive line with everybody
no.
present, everybody
I feel
playing.
like you want to be honest with you. If I can be genuine and like be honest with you from like a coach's perspective,
Yep.
they have a gist of an idea right now. They like to even me, I like to rotate a lot of guys during the camps. That's why you will
Hmm.
have a lot of different combinations. And it's not because we're trying out to see who's good. We're testing out scenarios in which, hey, this guy might go down, this guy might have to play there, this
Hmm.
guy might be here. So I need to
Exactly.
see how these guys look together when if they get a chance to play together. So that's one section. The
Right.
other section is like what people think is like, oh, they're really trying to see what unit's good, what player can be played in what situation. That can be very true, but a lot of times they just testing out scenarios and they already have a gist of who's going to be. That's why it's D'Amico,
Cam Robinson.
Kaylee, and everybody else saying wait till pass comes on because it's a 4 day to 5 practice little period of
Mm-hmm.
their filling out like, okay, pads are on, competition's going, let's see what the guys are doing. And then that's when you go to see the shit start ironing out. About a week or a couple of days before that first preseason game, that's when you go to see who's going to be the starter on lineman is about to be.
So this is my
Cam,
thing.
Cam Robinson, Nate Tomlinson, Jack Andrews, Tyus Howard, and Blake Fisher.
Hold on, we're gonna talk about the center in a second, but go. Let's
So
let
let me
me
say this real
give me a
quick.
second.
Let me say this real quick. Everybody's saying XOU saying it. Neptune is saying I think Ursery playing by week 6 or 8 is definitely possible. Okay, so let me say this: Ursery goes out there and gets Kenyon Green.
Hey, relax, bro. Knock on some wood, big dog. Knock on
So
some wood, big dog.
not
Knock
what
on
we're
some
doing,
wood.
people.
Hold on, I got you. I
Ursery
got
goes
you.
out there. Hold on. Let's see. Let's pull up the Texas schedule and see who we playing week 6.
I got you.
And
It's a bye week, week 6. It's a bye
okay,
week, week 6. That's why I said week
Perfect
6.
timing.
That's why I said week
okay,
6.
bye
Like,
week
all
week
right, nah,
6. Who are we playing after week 6?
Seattle.
Okay, Sam, you playing who after that?
Chill out,
San
49ers.
Francisco.
Chill out,
Who,
chill out.
who over there in San Francisco?
Another
Nick
damn
Bosa.
person since we got
Okay, then you play
D'Amico
Denver.
Ryan.
Then you play Denver, right?
Got
Mm-hmm.
so it's
One of the
Okay.
best defenses in the league. Yeah, one of the
Okay.
best
Then you
defenses in the
play in
league.
Jacksonville, who you got Hines Allen and
They
and
got
Walker.
freaking
one of the
Walker
better
on the
front
edges.
sevens. One of the better front sevens in
Okay.
the AFC or in
Then
the
you
AFC
okay,
South.
you can skip over Tennessee because I mean Tennessee is
Wait, it's a
Tennessee.
question. It's a question mark.
It's a
We never
question
know.
mark. But then you got Buffalo, who has a
Okay.
great defense. So you playing a string of games, and let's say Ursery goes out there in those string of games and gives us 6 sacks.
Why
Now
you
everybody's
saying it
saying,
like this,
"Oh
bro?
my
Like,
god!"
why are you saying it like this, though? Like, bro,
Now,
we did 6 sacks, dog.
no, because people want to say the plausibility of him playing, and I'm giving you the plausibility of what can happen.
Right.
And I feel like he could
So if
be.
this happens, what is the reaction? Oh shit, we give Nick Casario don't know how to draft offensive linemen. Now we got to bench him. Now this,
Oh,
this, that.
you already know me and
No,
you
the
already
worst
agreed
case
to that.
scenario is CJ get hit on one of them sacks and he out for the season. That's the worst
No,
case
don't even
scenario.
say those words.
Go
But
ahead, knock
you're
on wood
making a
again, Big
great
D.
case to start him week 1.
Because
I'm on. Hey, it's either one or the other.
you're
Either
not
he
wrong in
starts
the
week
sense of
one
because we
or
already
he
had this
doesn't.
conversation before about hey, when the first mistake happens, that's when the blame game comes out. That's when the slander comes out. Like, hey, like you said, Nick Casario can't pick O lineman worth shit. He needs to get another guy that can come in here. I never liked Nick Casario in the fucking first place, Patriot South shit. So all of that conversation gonna start bubbling up. But
Yeah,
it's just like,
but hey,
But here's my question.
Neptune made this point, and I'm gonna let you go, Jules. He said, "Well, what if he's playing because he has to?" That's my original point.
that's
If
injury. That's injury. I want him to beat somebody out. I want him to be like
who is he gonna beat out?
Blake, like I said, Blake Fisher, Cam Smith, or Cam Robinson. Cam Robinson on a 1 year fucking deal. He already know
Cam
he ain't staying
Robinson.
here.
Look, Cam Robinson about to ball out. I don't care what nobody say.
He
Go ahead.
trying to get paid.
I don't know about that one,
So here's
On a
my
rookie
question.
deal,
but I don't
Here,
he's
know, bro.
29 years old.
I don't know,
here,
bro.
here's my question to everybody.
I
If
hated seeing his fat titties when he walked in there in the little videos. I'm like, you out of shape,
No,
bitch.
look, you
You
talking
out
about
of
his
shape,
titties. You ain't
bitch.
seen Lake and Tomlinson titties.
You out of shape, bitch.
you
Oh,
want to see,
bro.
you want to talk some titty, look at Trent Brown.
Hey
Bro,
man,
why are y'all looking at
hey
No,
man,
no.
my
How many
dog.
of us have
Love
them?
them
All of us on here. Titties.
titties.
Hello. Here's my real question for everybody about Big E. If Big E was not a Texan, would you still clamor him to start anywhere he's going to?
Yeah,
You are you that high on him? You was that high on before the draft?
yeah. I put it out in the chats that he was one of my spotlight players to watch out for.
Okay, I gotta respect that. I gotta respect it because a lot of cats
That's why I
don't
was so
don't.
happy when they drafted one tackle I like. It's one of the
Yeah,
18.
because a lot of Texas fans are clamoring from the start because we drafted him, not because he's
He
the best
good.
thing.
You're
It's
true.
just
That's a,
he's a. It's
Mhm.
I want to see him now because we drafted him now. I want to get what AD said.
we've been going through so much with the old line. We went through
Right,
a whole
Instant
year, whole season
gratification.
vacation.
instant
Like, hey,
gratification.
they were already mad. We only drafted one O lineman during the
Correct.
draft. They were
So
already
so
mad about that.
so they put all this pressure of the O line being great on a late a mid second round pick in
Mm-hmm.
his first year.
It doesn't
Mind
That's
look
you,
a
two
good one.
we just drafted a guy middle second round last year in Blake Fisher.
who's a better prospect.
Cause again, I will say this: there was a lot of rumblings
Yes,
going
he
on.
was, Mike. He was a better prospect than
Let me
Ursher.
say this, Mike. A lot of draft experts and all that said if Blake Fisher would have went back to Notre Dame, played another year as the starting left tackle, mind you, Notre Dame had one hell of a season last year. They were
Mhm.
saying Blake Fisher would have been the first tackle taken in this
I
year's
Yeah,
draft.
no,
In
I
a
don't
draft
disagree with
full of tackles.
I do one better, AD. If Joe Alt was not at Notre Dame, the a perfect left tackle. If he was not Notre Dame,
it. Oh,
Blake Fisher would have been the starting left tackle for 3 years at Notre Dame
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
because he was so
Yeah,
great, and his dad was a Notre Dame
bro.
guy too.
He started at left tackle at Notre Dame. Joe Alt got there and they told him to go to right because Joe Alt was just that good.
Joe Alt is probably, let me
Mhm.
say this. Joe Alt is probably going to be one of, he gives me, what's the tackle from Cleveland that played at Cleveland all them
Joe
years?
Thomas,
He gives me Joe Thomas
Mhm.
vibes.
Yeah,
Mm,
right?
he's a gold jacket. I
He's
mean, it's
one of,
early to say that,
either
but
that or like what's the Hainsworth, the bald fuck that be on Fox, and then the other guy, the Cincinnati.
Fox.
Oh, he was at Cincinnati.
yeah, I'm
Uh,
talking about, what's his name?
what's it?
That's on Thursday Night Football.
Mm-hmm.
They play with the Rams.
Yeah, Rams
yeah,
end
you're
up
talking
being
about
Oh,
He's
gold.
Andrew
retired.
Whitworth.
Whitworth. Yeah.
Whitworth. He
Woodworth.
give me
Yeah,
those
yeah,
type of vibes. It's just like,
Yeah.
hey,
So
I,
But
yeah.
that's how good he was. That's how good Joe Alt was. And it wasn't like Blake Fisher was bad. Joe Alt was a 5-star, proven
Mhm.
with
yeah.
bloodlines.
Yeah, Joe Alt is, like I said, Joe Alt is one of those players like there's going to be your friend. He's one of those can't miss franchise left tackles. They drafted him number 5 overall last year, and
And what
or
did
was the year before?
what did he play last year? Left tackle.
Yeah,
But didn't they have
Yeah.
a good left
he
tackle
started
before he got there?
he started
and
day
they
one.
moved him to right.
They moved him to
Right.
right.
That's how
Yes.
and that's what that's the point I'm trying to make for everybody. This how good this man was, and y'all they want to crap on Blake Fisher.
Hey, Jules.
Blake Fisher didn't do nothing wrong but get outbeat because a guy was just superior to him.
Hey, Jules. Even worse,
Right.
Rayshawn Slater was their first round pick the year
Thank
before.
you.
Yeah,
That's
Right.
that's
yeah.
that's my point.
And
He
he was
was
really good.
He was
wasn't
good.
Slater like the 10th pick or something?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was a first round pick, one of the top O lineman
yeah.
picks.
Right.
And I
So
just won.
Houston
He
boy
was up
too.
for Pro Bowl that year too.
Houston kid too.
Right.
Right. So
so
so Joe come out there 6'5", Tony Mandarin type, and actually performs well. And you know what? Rookie with no snaps, no training camp snaps. You left tackle, rookie year, and was balling on
mhm.
that side. But not against the Texans though, because no, we got superstar light ends. But you know,
They didn't really never mind. I'm gonna move on. But
No, no, speak it. Go ahead. Go ahead. We
I
here.
mean, Joe Alt didn't play bad in that playoff game,
he
brother.
didn't.
So Joe Alt,
Mm-mm.
I
held his own.
mean,
Did
their quarterback was on the ground throwing picks, so shit.
I
Somebody did.
mean, yeah,
Mhm.
Shit.
that was my boy
Shit.
Tim Settle coming up the
Oh,
middle.
here we go. Here
That
we
my
go
boy
with
Tim
Tim
Settle
Settle.
coming up the middle. You know
Man,
what I'm saying?
Speaking
let
of players
Hey,
coming up
speaking
the
of
middle,
defensive tackles,
Christian Wilkins. I can't wait till we get Christian Wilkins
great
in here.
segue.
Christian Wilkins, man. But
I don't
Mike,
want
I'm telling you this right now, brother. Ain't nobody making every excuse. I'm just not wearing these rose-colored glasses on Ariante Ursery because again, I don't see the bend in him. I see that he's a lot stiffer than what people want to give him. You
bro.
know,
He not stiff. He just long as shit,
no,
bro.
hold on.
But he
Let me
reaches too,
hold
though.
on. Let
He
me say
reaches
this. Like,
too.
so I
Go
didn't
ahead. Go
say that
ahead,
he was stiff. I said he's stiffer than others.
man.
So
He just big as shit, man.
He
okay,
is.
He's hard. It's hard to like be nimble at that fucking size.
okay. And so when he gets week 1, you put him out there and let him go against Jared Verse and let Jared Verse go crazy. Then I
Bro,
want them.
I bet you got more
I'm not gonna.
flexibility than Trent Brown old ass got.
I'm not gonna lie. My nigga Tay
Does he have
locking that
more
shit
than
up.
Blake Fisher?
My boy Tay
No, he
locking that
don't.
shit up.
Okay. Blake
He,
Fisher,
Uh,
mind you, Blake Fisher ain't nothing but like an inch shorter than,
hey,
than
bro, ain't nothing on my Barrett's illegitimate son Tay Ursaray, bro. Like, bro, we good. We locked in, man.
Blake Fisher. I'm holding out hope that honestly, truthfully, I want Blake Fisher to win the job,
Mm-hmm.
and I think he will win the job.
Mhm.
I think Blake Fisher, as
Where?
a prospect,
Right or left?
is
Right or left?
oh right,
Right.
right,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Cam is gonna be your left tackle. Cam is your
Right.
left tackle, and
Cam
hey, I know
slash.
you said
You sound mad, bro.
I'm not mad. I'm just like disappointed. Like you ever like had like a piece of food? It's like it's all right. It's good for lunch, I guess. I can't wait to go home and eat
hey,
something else. This is one of them shit.
look. Let me say this: that square pizza we had at lunch was terrible.
But it worked.
But when we ate it on Fridays
It was the
in
best
the
thing
free lunch
sliced.
line, it was the best pizza you ever had in your life.
I don't know about best, but
Until you had Pizza Hut and Domino's when you got home.
I'm not gonna lie to you, dog. I don't like that pizza like that, man. I'm gonna eat it because I got to. Ain't nothing else to eat in the cafeteria. Just know, like at the first chance we go out, we leave the parking lot. I'm gonna need to hit that McDonald's. I'm gonna need to hit that little Mods Pizza.
Man,
I'm gonna need
I
something
Not
better.
back
forgot
in days.
Exo younger than us. So
Yeah,
Exo
not
ain't
back in
had
days
the
when
experience of the square pizza like we had the square pizza.
Man, I ain't worried about no damn square pizza. Man,
you know what I'm
fuck that
saying.
square pizza.
Exo probably had
I'm
pizza in
trying
the
to kill my
cafeteria growing
analogy.
up. You know what I'm
The
saying?
real
I ain't
people,
had that kind of situation.
the real people, the unprivileged people know about the square pizza.
Motherfucker said unprivileged. Bitch, I was poor too. I had free reduced lunch too. What the fuck you talking about? Anywho,
Hey, so we know about the square pizza, man. Hey, the square pizza was a delicacy, okay? Um, and it was a highlight of your week because you know on Fridays the square pizza was gonna be there.
Mm-hmm.
It was consistent.
With the cocktail fruit cocktail on the side
Yeah,
with it.
that's it with a chocolate milk. Hey, we
Mhm.
rolling.
That's
Hey,
tough. That's tough right there,
hey.
baby.
I never understood why they giving us milk in the middle of the day. Like, but that's a side conversation for another day. Um, but
Dewan Jones.
definitely,
Hey, who Dewan Jones from Ohio State that went to the Browns? Did he had a good year last year?
mm,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all
Was he
right.
all right?
He's all
yeah,
All
right.
right. He the same size as or a similar size to Ariante, but he was picked in the fourth round. I'm just trying to give him I'm trying to think of a comparison of somebody that size that got picked up and like how they turned out that year one. Because you did give me an idea like, all right, what what to look for, or what to kind of gauge what Ariante could be. Because I'm not expecting all pro, but I am wanting a serviceable tackle in year one. Like if we could get a serviceable tackle year one off a second round pick, even though it's a high mid second round pick, uh, that's a pretty damn good first year. Even though he gonna have to have a hell of room to grow, that's a pretty damn good first year. And so I'm just trying to figure out who could that be.
yeah.
Could it
I'm
be Trip Brown?
Hey,
jeez,
Jules,
jeez.
at this point, I want Trent Brown to go out there and be not all pro, a Pro Bowl
Dog,
right tackle.
dog,
I
a
want him to go out there
dog.
and be a Pro Bowl right tackle, just so you can shut the hell up.
Like, just
Why
shit.
y'all in y'all feelings? Why y'all in
No
y'all feelings?
feelings, but he talking like he not gonna beat. But
Because
Trent Brown, Trent Brown making the roster though. But I
as
also
yeah,
Yeah,
depth
he
piece,
make
Yeah.
it.
depth piece.
Yeah.
hold on. It's not that quick to be like, yeah. Well,
What
it's
other
just
tackles do you have though? I
that's
mean,
why I said they might sign somebody midway.
So
who?
here we go. Trent Brown was a 7th round pick and worked his way up.
Yeah, crazy. He had a crazy story.
So he was a
You're right.
square pizza.
Anywho, so we got Cam
Don't you love it,
Robinson,
you?
Ursay, Jalen Thomas. I forgot about Jalen Thomas. Blake Fisher, Trent Brown, Austin Deculus.
Deacon is gone.
Deculus gone. You got Ladarius Henderson,
Now
Ed
that's
Ingram.
somebody that Nick Casario talked about that we all had talked about all season. Ain't
Hey, so
nobody mentioned not one word about him since OTAs. Ain't nobody said not
Mhm.
one word about him in doggone training camp these first few days.
Mm,
Practice squad or
mm.
cut.
Power of the group chat can only do so much, man.
so
we can only get you going so much, man. You gotta.
people, cause so there's two things.
Yes,
One is
Austin left and came back.
every Texan, every football fan is clamoring for football action. They're gonna pump up their team no matter what because we miss football. For the
Yeah.
Texans, everyone is clamoring on the O line because it was so bad last year. We just want to have a hint of hope that the O line will be better, and we're clamoring at every name, every position, every rep, every situation that we praying that this O line is better than last year. And like EXO and like a lot of Texas fans who are highly disappointed of how what we did in the offseason to, to not to replace an all-star type guy, all pro guy, and you let Shaq Mason go, and you didn't see a real bump in talent when you let talent go out the window. So we everyone who's D'Amico said, he gonna hit his question every day, twice a day. His kids gonna ask him about the O line because that's our biggest open store that we can't Texas fans can't get past. Every ESPN, CNI, whatever one does, everyone keep playing the same thing. The O line is the worst in the league. If it's that bad last year, and we just put some guys that can be serviceable, and I know the word, I know what we're talking about. I know it's going to be blasphemy, but we just got to guys that work together until they fix it out in the next couple of years. They're not going to make an all-star O line in one off season.
So this is the thing. Talent wise, you had an all pro bowl offensive line, talent wise, and it didn't work out.
Mm-hmm.
So
Highest paid line in the league.
one of the highest paid offensive lines in the league, and it didn't work out. Taking this approach is, to me, brilliant because you drafting talent guys in the mid rounds. I would even say Juice is part of this process as well, even though Juice hasn't been really heard from. Matter of fact, no. Matter of fact, I take that back on that second line. The second line he was on there last yesterday. Um, but taking a Juice Scruggs in the second round and letting him trying to develop him. Taking a Blake Fisher in the second round and letting him sit back and develop. Taking a Ariante Ursery in the second round, letting him develop. Now you have three young guys, one interior, two tackles that can be your offensive line players, for years if you develop them correctly. And I think that's the problem with offensive line play in general for the last few years, that teams haven't developed these guys properly because of the way college football landscape has changed. With NIL and people transferring left and right and doing the most, you don't have a chance to sit there and develop guys. And offensive linemen aren't playing 3-4 years. You got tackles coming out with 1 year of experience or 2 years of experience playing, almost like quarterbacks, almost like Anthony Richardson. It was tackles got drafted this year, had like 11 games of experience and got drafted. So, and people coming out expecting those guys to play, which is just, dumb as hell to me. I think that if you sit back and EXO, let me know if you agree or disagree, that yes, live reps help. Live reps help if you're not there physically. I think sitting back mentally helps an offensive lineman more than sitting there taking physical reps.
Um, for
I,
me,
yeah,
I just I just slightly disagree,
yeah,
just to on certain points. Like you're right to certain points about the development side of it, and that folks do need mental reps. But for offensive line, like for development, it's a multifaceted approach. It's like it's different levels of why development of O lineman is bad. I said this before a couple times on a couple of your shows, is that O lineman is the worst. Is one of the hardest positions to develop because you don't have a fully developed body till you get to college, and that
mhm,
you don't get a full developed body to your sophomore or junior year of college.
Mm-hmm.
You might even have playing O line for your Pop Warner Little League, your middle school team, your high school team, but you didn't turn into your 6'5", 315-pound self to your sophomore year of college.
right,
So that's missed out development because you're not used to your body is. You're not used to how to block at that size. So that's one thing. The second thing is one of the most underdeveloped coaching positions in football. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of good O linemen don't coach, and a lot of good O lineman coaches. It's not a lot of them. So
Mhm.
you got guys that don't really know how to teach the position, and you got a lot of guys that haven't played the position. If they played the position, they never played it well. And
Right.
so it's the whole thing in the coaching world is like a lot of good players don't coach, and all the good coaches wasn't good players or some shit like
Right.
that. Like, so it's one of those. That's the second situation. The third situation is for O line. You gotta. It's one thing the mental side of it. The other thing is the physical side of it.
The
It's
second
the
jump.
it's the physical reps. You need the physical reps to harden your mental reps. You
Mhm.
need the physical reps to harden your mental reps. And that being is like y'all said, we have Daniil Hunter and we got Will Anderson Jr. Those are two of the top defensive edge rushers in the league. As a O lineman, you're 6'5" to 6'6" to 6'8", and that you that's me, and that you don't 1 second.
So I'm gonna get that. There's two tackles that I think
That's good,
that
stress.
That's
he
good.
can that you can do. You can got Jordan Moses Malone, Moses the right tackle. Then you have the starting tackle for the Philadelphia Eagles, Jordan Mayati. He was a
My
late
a lot
round
of
pick. Yeah, he was
my a
late
lot of
round.
Yeah, Mom.
He's about 6'8". He's about 300 pounds, something like that. So
hmm
those kind of guys that you can
he came from a rugby background too, so he came from like a different sport.
mhm.
But so back to what I said. So the for the O lineman, you need physical reps to harden your mental knowledge. So that
Mm-hmm.
means, like you said, two of the best edge rushers in the league. You're 6'6" to 6'8". You're 375 pounds. You're going against a guy that's 6'4", 6'3", that's 270 pounds. He he's stronger than you. He moves faster than you. He's quicker than you, and he has a higher motor than you. So every time you're playing the game, every time you're snapping the ball, I'm thinking, how do I stop somebody that's a better athlete than me? And so that's where the mental game comes in. That's where you have to get your mental reps and your physical reps because I have to figure out every time I pass set, I got to get to this landmark. I got to get get to this point. I got to have my hands here. So anytime I attack, I can come back with a second counter with the alternate hand. So this is like the questions, the thing that go into your head. And this is only from slight experience from an undersized alignment. I don't even know how to be 6'8" and deal with a motherfucker that's smaller than me that can throw me over his shoulder and then that can speed me across the edge. So it's just like as an old lineman, you have to give those reps so you know how to attack in certain situations because they're going against a superior athlete in front of you. D line has some of the most superior athletes on the football field because motherfucker 6'3", 280 pounds, 300 pounds, and can run a 4'9", can run a 4'8". Who the fuck, where the fuck do you find these individuals? And I'm 6'5", 6'6", whatever, 6 foot fuck, 300 something pounds. I run a five something. My shuttle is to a second and 0.2 seconds slower than this motherfucker. I'm playing a game of keep away from you the whole game. If you put it in a better perspective, we hike the ball. The quarterback has 3 seconds to get the ball out. That means I have to fight off a motherfucker that's better than me for 4 seconds, and I've done my job. That's my whole time. The primarily the biggest thing I need to do every time I play football. And so you just have to have though that understanding when you coming in, like, all right, that's why certain alignment not good because I'm fighting an uphill battle ever since I decided to play the position. And then we go against the cohesion thing where all five of us have to learn how to play with each other. People always say,
Mhm.
oh, all five, you just need to just throw them out there. Like, no. The reason why all five of us need to go out there is because, hey, as a left tackle, I know that hey, I'm past that. If I pass that 2 seconds, 3 seconds, I could get about 5 to 4 yards of depth. I'm gonna be rocking to my left a lot of times. My opponent, he's so and so. He likes to jab on the outside and cut the split. I'm kind of weak on my right side, but my left guard, he knows that I'm kind of weak on my left side, so he go to doodoo scoop or he go to doodoo step or like we call it doodoo step in our shit. It's basically how you walk back and or duck foot back, but you basically
Mhm.
doodoo step back about 2 steps back, and now I'm gonna pass it to cut off that space that's created from his quick pass set, and so that I can give a chip arm and the B gap or the B lane that he's going to try to split. By that time, if I give enough of a chip, my left tackle can regain the island, and I can then bounce back to the center to give help on the backside chip play if we're going rip or Liz. Those just a little shit that builds up in cohesion, but you don't know that until you go to war with your homie. You don't know that until you're in the trenches with your guy to the left or right of you. That, oh, okay, when he pass sets this back, I need to be here so we can close in that gap that's created by him passing it so hard. He has to pass that hard because he's going against a speed rusher, but we can't ruin the integrity of the pocket, so I have to do that. So all those come in and like trying to figure out and picture you get a play that's fucking 8 seconds long. You turn around, it's one of the greatest D lines in this year's fucking game. And you look at the clock, you got 10 seconds to figure out, all right, who's your matchup? What's your responsibility? Oh yeah, I forgot we got a second play on this play. Did he kill it? No. Say hey. So it's just like shit like that. And then it's a lot to go into O lineman, and there's a reason why it's one of the more underdeveloped positions because it's just a lot
It's
for a
time.
big. It's a lot, and you need like yeah, it's one thing to they need reps, but it's one thing to get reps. It's another thing you got to have proper coaching and somebody teaching. That was my problem last year. When we brought him multiple times when we had fucking dumbass Steven Nelson on here, he cemented it, and that's what blew me because I'm like, if a fucking defensive player know that the offensive side is not ironing out details, is not trying to go 110%, try to make sure everybody do what they need to do right. I know for a fact we got sloppy operations. I know for a
Mhm.
fact we're not trying to be detail oriented. I know for a fact the reason why we're not having a good offense and having good sustaining drives because we fucking up on the little things. And the little things O line are the big shit because the little things that separate a motherfucker athlete from across you that's more superior than you from you winning or losing a rep versus that motherfucker. So you gotta have the details as O line. Gotta have the details. And when they told us the offensive coordinator didn't give a fuck about the details like that, just execute. You got me fucked up, and that's how we lost. That's exactly how we lost. And so I'm glad. I hope because motherfuckers talk a lot. I hope the offensive coordinator is as detail oriented as this. I hope Cole Popovich is being as detail oriented because you need that for the offense.
According to D'Amico Ryans today, that is one of the things that really stood out to D'Amico in camp today is how meticulous that Cole Popovich is and has been as far as the
Placement.
huh
Hand placement.
with the hand placement as well as kind of all the small details that he's looking for. He's been very, very pertinent and very, very adamant about emphasizing his way of thinking and his way of what he wants and details being executed correctly. And that stood out to D'Amico, today about Cole Popovich that he spoke about it in the post practice interview. So definitely,
No, that's called
oh,
coaching, right?
yeah, I think Cole Popovich
That's
is,
called coaching. That's
yeah,
coach. That's coaches do.
yeah.
We
What
don't.
they should do. We ain't had one in a while, so I don't know. I'm not.
OC last year and our old line, I mean, couldn't coach last year because they came out to coach up. So that's called coaching. That's teaching 1-on-1. Coaching is teaching.
Yeah. So definitely, man. I'm appreciative.
Yeah,
I'm more optimistic. Go ahead, Mike.
yeah. Well, I mean, as XO was pointing out, like communication and continuity is so key for this. Um, and those minor details, like picking up a stunt, picking up a twist, which we couldn't do to save our lives last year. Hopefully that changes.
It can't get no
And
worse.
no, it truly cannot. I mean, it's almost like Shaq Mason went out of his way not to. But I mean, look, there's a lot of benefits to potentially bringing in a star defensive tackle like Christian Wilkins, but that iron sharpens iron. The way that having Will and having Daniil Hunter can help the tackles, bringing in a guy like Christian Wilkins could also help the interior. But
Correct.
yeah,
And he can take the next 4 or 5 weeks, 3 or 4 games to get healthy, and be ready for a playoff run.
Yeah. We'll see, man. We'll see.
We'll see. I mean, I don't. He won't get a huge contract. He'll get a 1 year deal, then test free agency next year because everybody's money is pretty much signed up anyway. So if he's looking to win on a team and on a coach that does a lot of D tackles and defense in, coach him back up, get him back ready, fix the problems. The Texans, the Michael Ryan's got you. It's a good situation, and like we have a lot of bangers here, like that super orbital guys, so he can come in and heal up.
Look,
What did he say?
no, he was saying Stresson said people try to defend Strauss and say it wasn't his fault because he was good in Indy. Colts fans told me Chris did the same thing there, checked out, and guys got beat by stunts and twists, etc.
The
So
only reason he didn't get it wasn't as bad when he was in the Colts because he had a monster at guard who was more intelligent than he was, who was a gold jacket. I think he's the
Mhm.
highest drafted guard in the last 30 years.
yeah,
Yeah.
He was a monster, and then that left tackle was pretty good too. So it wasn't because Cole was well, Stretch was a great coach. He had a great guard.
He had good players around
And
him.
then he had Kelly from
yeah,
Bama.
yeah.
No, he
Kelly
had
and
good players. He had good
Yeah, he
players
had
yeah.
good
before him.
players. He wasn't a coach. He left him in a good situation.
So, um, mm, like I said, man,
Patriots got how much money?
Yeah, the Patriots do still have money,
They
but
got 59 million.
Yeah.
yeah.
We
Well, you
ain't, we
gotta
ain't gonna,
realize they're not paying
Oh,
anybody.
they're not paying anybody. They're not
right.
paying
They
anybody.
don't have they
Then the
all
I'm
guys they
look
just signed, that's it.
right.
their best players are Drake May on a
rookies.
rookie contract,
Christian
Christian
Wilkins
Gonzalez
on
on
a
a
rookie
rookie
contract.
contract, and then they just drafted a tackle this year. What's the guy that they drafted? What's his name?
Dinosaur arms.
Yeah, what is it?
Um,
Zabel?
yeah.
What is
Zabel,
it? Zabel?
Zabel.
the one that everybody
Zabel,
wanted us
no,
to
No,
Not
get.
Zabel
Zabel.
was
who was
Seattle.
Dinosaur Orange? Who was Dinosaur? I forgot.
You talking
Not
about
Zabel.
Campbell?
No, who was the lineman that they
Campbell, Eric
Campbell?
Will Campbell.
Will
Will
Campbell.
Campbell. So those are your best players, and the only money that they've paid or given out was for Stephon Diggs.
What you
Right.
mean? Stephon Diggs one of their best players, and Michael on Winu, the guard.
You talking about Candyman?
Hey man, say man, Kyle Duggar, he's nice.
They
Yeah,
not paying him nothing though.
Cole
hey,
Strange.
that was they just released that bad boy too. Oh,
So,
Who could have seen that one coming?
Right.
but so again, the Patriots. That's why the Patriots got all that money, but their money gonna be gone quick with a quickness.
yeah,
So
at the end of the year, yeah.
yeah. So D'Amico and who did he say? D'Amico and Casario telling us it was Slowick and Strauss being mega ass, and I believe it 100% from what I've seen and heard. I mean, we all agree that, and D'Amico. That's another topic we want to talk about, D'Amico, and we'll touch on this, and we'll talk about it more next week. But D'Amico mentioned in that first press conference how he took a shot. It was subtle. It was a
Copy and
good shot,
paste.
huh?
Copy and
And
paste.
it was
Yep.
that last year we had a copy and paste offense
Hmm.
of different stops. Whereas this offense that Kaylee is bringing in is innovative and different,
Mm-hmm.
And
and
it adapts.
If
and
somebody wants to be petty, they can pull up D'Amico Ryan's first year with oh boy, see how he talked about his butt buddy from 49ers when he got here.
Mhm.
And do a compare and contrast of, oh my gosh, he's bringing the 49ers shadow hat system over
Right.
here. You. Yeah, I want to hear that shit, D'Amico.
Right.
Motherfucker, you better get your offense in order before you get out this fucking seat.
Yeah.
So if that's saying if we're bringing back the all 22, come up real soon as season start.
Mhm.
Back then when we did all 22, if you watched this whole show for the last 3 4 years, we talked in depth about how Bobby Shark his rookie year wasn't as good as people were claiming to be.
Mhm.
So when we got these film sessions, the all 22, we're talking sports. We're watching the film. We're watching the clip by clip. We're taking timestamps and we're showing you what we're saying. We're not just out here talking to talk. We're watching film with y'all. We say things all the time. His offense wasn't good his rookie year. CJ was good, and CJ made the situation better. but his whole office scheme was bad, and we was hoping he'll get a head coaching job the next year. We was begging for him to get a
Begging.
job.
Yes.
You can
Man.
go back in 2 years worth of our podcast. We were begging for him to leave, and we thought he was bad when he was getting all praises.
Yeah, I wanted him gone.
Yeah,
Yeah, I needed him gone.
all 22. We talk real business.
Yeah, I wanted him gone. My bad. Feedback.
Nobody trying to hear you talk. Anybody trying to hear you twice?
Hey, hey, technical issue. Hey, some
No,
feedback.
it's called what owner user error,
No, it's the computer. But okay.
operator error.
It ain't operated. It ain't my fault. Hey. But definitely, man. I'm excited about the offense. And like Stresson said, he's my sentiments exactly had an edge the first year with the newness. All the film and sophomore slump was on Sloyd's scheme, not CJ Stroud in year two. Sloyd got worked, and I totally agree.
Oh yeah,
It's come on. Sloyd was ass, and the fact that he didn't get another OC job anywhere, and that he's back to where he originally was, as
What you
a
mean? He got
side
fired
note.
late. He got fired late. He couldn't find an open role. All the roles were filled. Come on, man. He's a great passing game coordinator or assistant for
he's a
Miami
Yeah,
now.
no.
What?
PFF
Yeah.
PFF study group. That's what he was.
Hey, Miami has two OCs on their offense right now. Guys, they
And the
go high
offense is
flying.
still gonna be bad.
Hey, they go as far as Tua can go, man.
Yeah.
They go as far as the Islander.
Now, what was funny? They saw a picture of two, and they said, "I thought that was Trey Songz."
Mm.
Jesus.
The Bill Belichick and the Ken Shanahan tree is trash.
No, it's not, dog. We're not gonna say that,
No,
man. We're not gonna say
Trash.
that,
The
bro.
Kyle
hold
Shanahan
on.
tree?
And I'm gonna
Bro,
say
you
this.
know who's on that tree?
Who?
Good fucking OCs. What are you talking about?
Let me say this, because a lot of people, i.e., Doc Payton, said, "I don't want the Patriots offense. I don't want the old
Hey,
Bill O'Brien offense."
hey, AD, pull up that hose. Grandpa digging holes with the daughter. Please pull it up because
Let
you
me
know
tell
what?
y'all this: people do not, people do not realize that offense was good. Stop equating your hate for Bill O'Brien and not remembering how good the offense was with Bill O'Brien.
Hit that boy high flying.
The offense was good. Hold on, no, it wasn't. Bill O'Brien was trash.
Aaron Brown trash.
The offense itself was a good offense.
You can even clarify it even more. Bill O'Brien, the head coach, was trash. Bill
Yeah,
O'Brien, the OC, he knew what he was doing back there, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. He knew what he was. He
and
knew what he was
and
doing a little bit.
people get that hatred, and I challenged a few people to go back this week, and I challenge y'all to keep going back throughout preseason. Is go back and watch the Rams offense last year. Rams offense last year was not Shanahan style West Coast offense. It was more of a Patriot style offense with a
McVay made
little,
his own thing.
yeah,
It
they
was,
See,
it
made
was
their
a
own
mix of
and
thing.
things.
and once again, that's we're talking about these two OCs from Kyle Shanahan. They don't change anything from their
They
knowledge of game.
do.
They didn't change. They oh, it's gonna work here.
He
You got a
hold on.
coach.
Let me preface this. The reason why you can't say Kyle the Shanahan system doesn't work is because there are certain OCs in the system that worked out. We just got an OC from the tree from the OC that just came from Kyle Shanahan.
Hmm.
McVay is under the Shanahan tree. When he
The
got to
Mike
the
Shanahan,
Rams,
the
yeah,
Mike Shanahan tree, not Kyle
B-
Shanahan.
both. He was for both of. He worked for both Shanahan, the daddy and son. So the reason I'm saying this is that when McVay got to the Rams, he made his own shit.
That's
That's
all.
what's
I'm
that's
agreeing with
what's
you.
okay. That's what separates from the McVays. Like once you get to your own shit, you
Got
got
to
to make
change.
your own. You got to change. You
Correct.
got to adapt to
Mhm.
like, hey, this is my rodeo now.
Correct.
That's the big difference between certain Shanahan disciples and other Shanahan disciples is they couldn't make their own shit. Shit, Bill O'Brien, the Belichick disciple, a lot of his OCs were ass. He was just one of the ones that turned into something because he was a true OC. He just so happened to be under Bill Belichick coming up in the coaching ranks. And that's a whole nother thing to talk about these coaches coming up under certain trees because hey, I gotta make it. So I gotta be under a certain guy and climb my way to the top. Though I might not give a fuck about anything he's fucking running, I gotta run his shit until I get my own thing. And then when I get my own thing, I'm gonna do my own shit. A lot of coaches do that. Like, hey, I guys got. We all had a boss. We just got to work fucking under until we got our own department. We got our own management team, and we just start doing this shit our own way. Or
Mhm.
if you're not in the managerial role, you was lead, or you they left you on a third shift, or they just lead you to do your shit under your own corner of the fucking building. They just let you do whatever the fuck you got to do, but you got to wait until you can do whatever the fuck you got to do.
I mean, we're talking about a
That's crazy.
Shanahan tree. You
Gary
know,
Kubiak tree.
yeah. Well, that's true. I mean,
Oh
we've all
yeah.
seen trees that look, stable and look good, but there's certain branches that just fall off.
Mhm.
Well, we got one of
Yeah,
those branches, but
you know.
we
Man,
moved on.
Mhm.
all in all, man, we can go on a diatribe on this topic, but that is something we'll talk about next week about the offense because that's a lot of people have a lot of questions. But guess what? I'm beat up Saturday, so I'm gonna look for my own eyes,
I wish I could be
and
there, man.
I'm gonna see what it looks like. What is all of the different topics. I'm gonna have my own offensive line. I'm gonna make sure that I figure it out. And Mike is saying that it's the Kubiak tree, not the Shanahan tree. Um,
It's the
Mm,
Mike Shanahan tree. If you want to go above that.
so
you
I don't know.
know,
We'll talk about that later on. I'm not
anybody
about
got a ticket to Saturday? Let me know.
yeah,
Give me
y'all
my
let us
demon.
know. If y'all got any extra tickets, y'all can't go. Somebody, something happened. Kid, got to play a game or something. Y'all can't go. Go ahead, send that ticket XO way, man. XO need to be in the building.
I need to.
Um,
I need
these
that
tickets, these tickets are slim pickings.
Pickens.
They have really messed
Hey,
over season ticket holders and all that. So we didn't even get but two practices.
Hey,
So
Frank, hit me on the side. You see my ad underneath my name?
okay,
I'm
Frank,
trying to
yeah.
Swan. I think Swan got a couple tickets too.
I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need that because I'm gonna need to yell at Cole Popovich while you hold my boy Juice. Why you home, my boy, man, my youngin, dog. That man got him in the gulag, dog.
But definitely, man. Frank said he got you, EXO. So we definitely
Bad.
we'll see what's up with training camp, and we will be back next week. We'll talk about the upcoming preseason game, if I'm not mistaken. Um, coming up. So definitely get ready for that. We'll have a lot more to talk about. But thank y'all all in the comment. Pass will be on Friday. Hopefully it's Saturday too. Um, we'll see about that. But thank y'all in the comments for joining. Thank y'all for being a part of the H Town Rundown. And again, I'm gonna be there on Saturday. So I finally can say something because I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be present, y'all. Um,
Good night, dog. Good night. Go
Hey,
on,
good
man.
night. Y'all be good, man.
Good night,
All right, y'all
man.
have a good one, man. We'll see y'all when we see y'all, man. Thanks. Shout out to EXO.
Shout out.
Y'all can find them at the EXO intro underscore on X, as well. So shout out Jules and Mike G McCall. Shout out Swan as well. Who had technical difficulties, couldn't make it tonight, but we will see y'all next week on the next episode of the H Town Rundown, man. Peace.